Hi my dear friends, welcome to Little Castle channel. We are going to discuss about Pitman's Shorthand from the book Pitman Shorthand Instructor and Key. I am going to cover one by one chapter from this book. I hope these videos will be of very good use to you in learning the shorthand strokes. Sir Isaac Pitman's Shorthand strokes. This is all about the phonography method, which means the art of representing spoken sounds by character. That is, we are going to write by sound. By the way we hear a word, we are going to write the words. That's what we are going to study here. For this, you need a ruled note and a stenographer's pencil, probably a shorthand writing pencil, but I have taken some premium exam standards pencil. Please you go with stenographer's pencil. Okay, this book consists of totally 44 chapters. One by one we are going to discuss in detail. Hope this will be of great use to you in understanding shorthand. Okay, now what is phonography? The art of representing spoken sounds by character, that is write by sound. We are going to write the words as they are pronounced. We are going to listen to the pronunciation of each word, and by that sound we are going to write it. That we call it as phonography. Chapter 1, the consonants. Here we are going to study straight strokes, curved strokes, circled or hook strokes. Now what do you mean by stroke? Here in shorthand, we are going to represent the words, letters by symbols. The symbols we call it as strokes. Three types of strokes are there. They are straight strokes, curved strokes and hook strokes. Okay, these three strokes we are going to discuss now. First one, straight strokes. Okay, we have totally 8 straight strokes here. Please listen carefully. I'm going to tell you the direction and the pronunciation of the word and whether it's a light or a dark stroke. These 3 points I'm going to tell for all the strokes. You should listen very carefully. First, P. The direction is, you can see this direction, right? Downward direction, and it is a light stroke. You are going to write it like this. P, P, P. You are going to read the word loudly and you are going to write it. Okay, then comes B. The same stroke, but this is a darker one. Okay, P is a light stroke. Now B is a dark stroke. The same downward direction. You should remember the direction and whether it's a light or a dark stroke. Fine. Now all these strokes we are going to write 5 lines. I'll tell you like this. For example, first letter P, first consonant, you are going to write it 5 lines fully. When we write, we should not hurry ourselves. We should be very slow and steady while writing, and the direction should be maintained. We should also pronounce the consonant as we write. For example, P, 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 like this. Fully we have to write 5 lines, and then B, 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 B. Slowly, steadily concentrate on the direction, whether it's a light or a dark stroke, and also we should pronounce it. That is very, very important. Then only we will get all the strokes in mind. So it is very important. Please follow the instructions very carefully, children. Now, next 2 straight strokes, T and D. T is a light stroke. This is a straight line like this. From, look at the direction I have mentioned it here, from top to bottom. Likewise, D is a dark stroke, the same direction like T, but it is a darker stroke. So far you know P, B, you know T and D. Then comes Che and J. Look at the way how I am pronouncing. Okay, you should not say as each and all. You should say it's as Che, and this is J. Look at the direction, Che, Che. Like this you should write. For J, J, J. Like this we are supposed to write. Okay, so Che, J. Next, then comes horizontal strokes, K and gay. This is not G. We have to pronounce it as gay. Okay. Now K. Also the size of the stroke, please keep it in mind. It should be uniform, correct distance strokes. It should not overlap. One should not be smaller, one should not be bigger. You have to maintain the size also very neatly. Then gay, gay. So far 8 straight strokes we have studied here. I am going to repeat it. Please listen very carefully. P, B, T, D, J, J, K, G. Hope these straight strokes are very much clear. Anyway, you are going to practice 5 lines each straight stroke. You will get familiar to that. Then we are moving on to curved strokes. Curves. Fine. Are you ready? Yeah. Now, first one is F. Look at the direction of the curve from up to down. Please look at the direction. F. Like this side curve. F. Light stroke. Then we are going to write V. Same like F, but this is a darker stroke. V. V. Got it? So F and V. Hope it is clear. Then comes it and the. Look at the pronunciations, how I am pronouncing it, ITH, it, and this one is the, THEE. The darker stroke is the. Look at the direction, top to bottom, right? Now it, and then the. See the darker one, just press the pencil lightly and you can have the darker one. The. Got it? Then comes this side stroke, but the direction is top to bottom only. S and Z, you should call it as Z, Z-E-E, okay? Pronunciation is very, very important, and direction too. Now see here, this is a light stroke, S, and this is a darker one, Z. Then comes ish and she. Ish is the lighter stroke and she, darker one. Fine? Direction top to bottom only. Okay? Ish. Can you see? Now she. Got all the curved strokes? Some more curved strokes are there, but let me finish these 8 strokes, then we'll move on to the next set of curved strokes. F, V, it, the, S, Z, and ish, she. Hope these are straight strokes as well as curved strokes. Now we are thorough with these strokes. Some more curved strokes are there. They are, see here, M, N. Both are lighter strokes only. I am going to write it. M. On the line you are supposed to write these strokes, not on top of the line. On the line. Okay. See here. M. You have to touch the line. Got it? M. Then N. Then now darker stroke. Just like N, darker one we call it as ing. We call it as ing. Got it? Now then comes L and R. L, lighter stroke. This curve we call it as L. Look at the direction, bottom to top. You should not change the direction. Okay? L. And R, top to bottom. Thin lines only. Top to bottom. R. Each and every time you should pronounce the consonant correctly. Then R, another one stroke we are going to use for R, but we call it as a ray. This curve stroke we call it as R only, but the straight stroke here we call it as a ray. Fine? Please understand the difference. So for R we have 2 strokes. One curved stroke, that is top to bottom curve, and a ray, one straight stroke, bottom to top, just like sun's rays. Okay? Ray, you remember, top, bottom to top. Got it? Then we are going to discuss some hooked strokes. A small hook like thing we are going to use here. That is first way, W-Y. We are not going to pronounce as W and Y. We are going to pronounce it as way and A. Okay? Now just like a tick mark. Way, a small hook, not a bigger one. Please concentrate. Way. And just the same stroke, but like the hook comes below. A. So way is like a tick. Just when the hook comes below that, we call it as A. Just remember the difference. Now last one we are going to study H. That is, don't call it as H, we call it as hey. H-A-Y, hay. Two strokes we are going to study here. One downward stroke, one upward stroke for hay. Downward stroke, you first practice 5 lines and you have to say hay, hay. Then next 5 lines you practice upward stroke, that is hay, hay, hay. You should not say H, you should say hay, hay, hay and practice. So these are the strokes. Now let me recap this. Some curved strokes, M, N, both are light strokes only. Then ing, dark stroke, L, R. L, light stroke like this. R is also light stroke. Bottom, top to bottom, curved stroke. Okay. R, another one stroke we are going to study, straight stroke, that is we call it as a ray. Not or, we call it as ray. Bottom to top like this. Okay. Then hook stroke we discussed, W and Y, that is way and A. A small tick like thing we call it as way, and upside down tick we call it as A. Then last one, hay, we have 2 strokes here, bottom and upward. So from top to bottom and bottom to top, like these 2 set of strokes for hay. Hope it is clear. Now easy way to remember these strokes. See here we have straight strokes here. Just you draw lines like this and you can understand yourself. This we use it for P and D. P lighter stroke, B is darker stroke. The straight line we use it for T and D. T lighter stroke and D darker stroke. This line J and J, J lighter stroke, J darker stroke, and this is actually ray, only one, bottom to top. Please remember that this alone, bottom to top, ray. And this is K and G. Lighter one is K, darker one is G. So from this only we collected all the straight strokes and we discussed here, and ray alone falls here. Hope you remember that. And then when we talk about the curved strokes, just look at the circle here. I have split the circle into 4 equal parts. Here the first curve, this stands for L. That's what we use for L. Can you recap? L and R curved strokes. Can you see here R curved stroke, this portion, and then this portion stands for F and V. F for lighter stroke and V for darker stroke, and this portion is for ish and she. Ish lighter stroke and she darker one. Okay, if you remember this circle and these consonants, definitely you can get all the curved strokes. And next set of curved strokes, look at this circle, how it is splitted. The top curve, can you see here M, yeah, lighter one, and bottom N, light curved stroke. And if you are going to make it a darker one, it is then ing, ing. Then look at this, it and D. Light stroke is it and dark stroke is D. And look at this side, S and Z. Light stroke is S and darker one is Z. And apart from this, 2 more strokes we discussed, that is for H, hay, 2 strokes towards bottom we call it as hay, and towards the top again hay. So 2 direction, please remember this separately. And also we have way and ye, hooped strokes, way, ye. And all apart from these 3, all other falls in this diagram. Definitely you can remember if you remember this. Now writing practice is very, very important. Just 1 line is not enough, at least 5 lines continuous practice along with pronunciation is very, very important. We need to read loudly the consonants and we have to write, then only it will help us. As I said you earlier, see here light strokes, you have to just hold the pencil lightly and write. For darker strokes, just give some pressure and you write, and you have to tell simultaneously P, B. Okay, once you complete B 5 lines, then B 5 lines, and then T 5 lines, like that. Finish exercise 1. Okay, please check your textbook. You have all exercises. One by one you have to sit and complete it. Then comes exercise 2. It is read, copy and transcribe. They have given in jumbled order. Just number 2 alone, serial number 2, I have done it for you. You have to do it. See, what is this symbol? Tell me. It is R. Okay, don't get confused. Light stroke and dark stroke you should concentrate, R. And this one is P. Hay, D, hay. So this hay upward, this hay downward. Okay, B, a darker stroke, so B. And then A. And then T, J, ray. This is actually ray. You should understand the difference between che and ray. Che, can you see? Now look at this, you will get a clear idea. This is actually the che line and this is actually the ray line. Okay, please understand the difference, don't get confused. And ray, it will be somewhat more acute than che. Then comes K, J, gay. Likewise, exercise 2 is very easy for you. Try to line 3 to 5 lines. If time doesn't permit, no problem, at least one line you read sincerely and read it aloud, you'll get it. Then comes exercise 3, read and copy. Here they have joined 2 strokes also. It's very interesting. First one is P, it's very easy. Second one, P, T. See, they have joined 2 P and T. They have joined 2 consonants here. So you should say P, T. While joining the consonants, you should not lift your hand. Okay, till you finish all the consonants, you should not lift your hand. Very, very important. You should not write P separately and then T. You should not do like that. Don't lift your hand. P, T, P, T, P, T. Like that only you should write. Then comes exercise 4. All are joined strokes here. Some I have done it for you. See here, PK, PD, PDL, BM, BML and BN. BML I will write it again for you. See how you should write is B, dark stroke, so you have to press it. Then M, light stroke. L is also light stroke. So after writing 3 consonants only, you should take your hand. Before that, you should not lift your hand. So exercise 4 is also over. Like this, each and every stroke, one full line. If you have enough time, you can practice 3 to 5 lines also. That will help you a lot. So that's all about exercises. Once you complete the exercise, you also have the answer key at the book back. So you can refer to that answer key and check your answers also. At the back, you have answer key. So chapter 1 till exercise 4 it is over. Please spend some time and read in detail the full chapter. You also have table of consonants here. Go through that and also summary of the lesson. Once you spend enough time in reading this chapter 1, then you are ready for chapter 2. That I'll discuss in my next video. Thank you for watching, friends. Thank you so much. Bye.